Salam alaikum, alaikum salam, Kasami la kutara. How you guys doing? Greetings, peace. Rainy day today here in Philadelphia. 39 degrees says the barometer there on the vehicle. Raining due to some, I don't know, some storm or something that's I heard. I'm not sure. That's going towards New Jersey, and we are close to this part of New Jersey here in Philly. We're very close, just a bridge away. Wanted to speak a little bit on today on a short little topic like always, and the question actually was put in the comment: if you as yourself, as a parent, have a son or a daughter who is in prison, if you could get medicine work done for them. And the answer, I said, yes, of course. In Kisimalongo, it's very rare that you would have a type of situation that you won't find someone that would do some type of work to help you for whatever reason it may be. And what I'm trying to say is that there are practitioners out there that, like the video that I put yesterday, talking about tying down a person or doing an amarre forcibly. You know, the pros and cons with it. But there are practitioners that they don't worry about it. They don't care about that. They don't care what is it for. It doesn't do nothing to them. It doesn't mean anything to them. As long as they're, and some of them don't even ask. Some of them they don't have an establishment with their ngangas or their nkisis that way. You know, they have them as whatever they say, go. So that means if I was one of these type of practitioners, and you was to come to me and tell me I want to tie down this person, I want to get this person down and do an amarre, then you know, and I was this type of practitioner and had an nganga and a type of relationship with this nganga that what I say goes, then yes, there are out there people that would do it, and they do it. They got a certain form that they work with their spirits and their things, and they'll go ahead and do the bonding or tying together forcibly, rituals and stuff to get that, you know, situated. And if they know what they're doing, it will work. You know, I'm not saying that it does not work. It does. Same thing as if you have a person, a son or a daughter that's in prison, right? Whether they be guilty or not, there are practitioners out here that will do whatever they could do to help your son or your daughter out, no matter if they did whatever they did or they didn't do it. Just like when you get a lawyer, you hire him, he's there to defend you whether you did it or not. That's what he's getting paid for, right? To prove your innocence. You know, trying to prove whether you're innocent or not, but he's trying to prove you're innocent, right? Of the charges or whatever, or the crime. Same thing happens in Kisimalongo. Usually, when it's a child, right? Let's say it's a child, or even an adult, but he's not around, you know, a teenager, a young man. Usually, the elders will ask for the mother to come. Because it's believed, you know, since the baby came from the mom has that connection towards that child. So they would use and divinate with the mom towards the son, for the son or for the daughter. That's done, and there's nothing wrong with that. With this, I'm trying to say is that it all depends on the priest or priestess that you go to, depending of how they work. How they work as themselves, as a priest or a priestess, and how they work with a spiritual receptacles or spiritual beings or spiritual items, whatever you want to call them. It all comes down to, at the end of the day, what that spirit says, and then what that priest or priestess wants to do, or acknowledges or feels like they want to do the job or not, or help you with the situation or not. So, in other words, what I'm trying to say is you are going to find priests and priestesses that are going to do whatever is possible that you could think of with their powers, if you want to call them, or religious receptacles or things. They're going to do whatever, no matter what consequences or whatever, because the way they deal with their things is totally different than how I would deal or how I will work with my spiritual stuff. Not every priest or priestess treat their spirits the same. You have, like I said previously, you have priests and priestesses that have their spiritual stuff in their Carl Jones, and they're more like slaves. They treat them more like, what I do is what I say is what's going to be done, and that's it. Then there's some that have a relationship, a better relationship, that it's kind of like a bond. If we both agree, to do it, it's better for us. Or if we both agree, the spirit agrees and you agree, then it's fine. Then you have the ones that would, if the spirit agrees, but you don't agree on doing it, you have them type also that they don't want to do it because they don't feel, whatever reason they feel to not do that, they don't want to do it. And as all of them are respected, because we cannot judge or speak about how people work with their spirits. I deal with mine one way, another thought y'all deal with this a different way or whatever, so it's like, it's very hard to say. Now, there are things in Kisimalongo that, and I think in all other traditions, that people just don't do out of consciousness, being conscious and not wanting to do certain things that they wouldn't like for anyone to do to them, or to their loved ones. And then, yes, I'm going to hear some that say the famous saying that I swear for good and I swear for bad, because that's what it sounds like. Yo juro pa bueno, yo juro pa malo. And it's fine. But malo, when we say malo or bad, to us and to others it might be bad, but like always, there's always two sides that we don't know. For the person that you're doing the work for is good, and for the other person it could be bad, and vice versa. So it's hard for us to really say when we're doing works or working with a patient what's good and what's bad. But there's also some type of morals or some type of code, that some use that would do certain things to a certain extent, because to themselves they don't feel right. They don't feel right doing a certain type of job or a certain type of, we want to say witchcraft or whatever. They just don't feel right doing it because it doesn't sit right with them. And we have to respect that also. Whatever the priest or priestess does, that's on them. Everybody has to take account for what they do on their own, to themselves. So, we're not here to judge. I just put that video out there just for people to understand that. And some situations there are repercussions, and some situations, things could go from worse to 100 times worse. You understand? So, it's like we got to be careful of what we ask for and what we do. Now, if you don't care and you feel like this is the type of thing you want done, and the priest and the priestess that you go to accepts to do it, by all means, that's you. You understand? And that's the priest or the priestess and their spiritual items. But not everyone that you go to is gonna do everything that you want them to do. Some are gonna hold certain type of codes that they will not pass beyond that. And then, of course, you're going to find those that are going to be out there. They're going to do whatever. For what? Simbo. Mula. Don't care what it is. And then that's where you got to be careful at, because the ones that do for a lot of Simbo is where you start getting the tricksters, the one that say they do things and then they show you something, but they really don't have anything to work with, because there's nothing there, just products, just things for show, and nothing is moving, nothing is working to benefit you and whatever you paid your money for to get done. This is where you got to be very careful at, because for wanting what you want to get done or want to happen, you could be very susceptible for somebody to get over on you. If you've been to 1, 2, 3 places and the stuff hasn't worked, one, it's not going to work. Two, whoever you're going to does not know what they're doing, or hasn't done sufficient work for that to get moving or do what it needs to do. Or three, you're not paying what the actual priest or priestess is asking you for. You're not paying for what needs to be done, so you only get for what you pay for. These things that are higher up there, they're a little more difficult, that consist of more things to be involved, get expensive. And if you are trying to get something done efficiently, don't expect to get stuff done for $200-$300. It's not gonna work. It's just not. Especially something that's big, something that there's worth, and that you have to placate certain things and do certain stuff that you are not the one doing it. It's the priest and the priest or the priestess who's doing it, and they're the ones that have to take their time and do the things they got to do, and be on top of that stuff. See, a lot of people think it's just you do this thing for a couple of hours and then you just leave it there and that's it. No, that's not how it works. For difficult things, and for things could be on the move on, the priest or the priestess has to be on that daily. And could you imagine getting up at a certain time to do something, going to work, coming back, and getting inside that room and doing what you got to do and going back to work the next day and then going back inside that room, or not even going to work, having to stay home for 3, 4, 5, maybe a week without working because you have to get this job, you know, stay on top of the job. It's not simple. It's not like, you know, like the cartoons like you see on TV, you know. This is not magic. We say magic, but this is not magic. Magic is false. This ain't magic. Just a word we use for people to understand. But this ain't magic. This is no tricks up your sleeves to make you think something that's not there. No, it's a quick thing, you know, movement of hands. No, this ain't magic. This is real. Well, I hope you guys have a great day. Just wanted to come out here real quick and say, you know, what I had to say. I'm not talking too much about Palo lately. I've been trying to, you know, come out a little bit off the subjects on Palos and just focus on some of the things and the questions or emails that I get, and try to put things in videos for people to try to think and get an idea. Like I said, there are priests and priestesses out there. They'll do whatever you want them to do for the right amount of money. That's it. Then you're going to have priests and priestesses that are out there. They're going to do whatever you want to do for a little bit of money. But watch out, because you don't know if they're legit. Then you're going to have priests or priestesses that are not going to do whatever you want them to do because they follow certain codes. You know, so that's the name of the game. Salam alaikum alaikum salam. Have a great day. Please give the video a thumbs up. Thank you, guys.